Yeah. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round 4 of the MRC Championship Tier 3. We are live, as always, from Monza. We've got quite a few stand-ins tonight, so it's going to be quite interesting. I will run you through the field shortly. But first, I would love to introduce you to my Season 2 teammate and Constructors Champion last year, and current Tier 2 driver, Harry Smith. Good evening, Harry. Very pleased to have you. Very pleased to have you. How are you? Well, you looking forward to this? Yeah, I agree with you. We've seen some interesting races in the Tier 1 and Tier 2 categories already. So hopefully Tier 3 will live up to their reputation. They've been having some really good races of late, really showing the top 2 tiers how it's done. So no drivers out in pit. Yeah, I think yeah, hopefully we're going to have a fully dry session and fully dry race. I'm just looking for our live stream and I can't find it, unfortunately, at the moment, in our YouTube channel. Yeah, I think that's it. Exactly, yeah. I think we've got a lot of very good drivers out there. A lot of them can fight for the points, fight for the wins. We've seen Jacob Jones in the Mercedes leading the championship as it stands. We really could. We really could. I'm currently on board with the Red Bull of Connor. Just coming through to finish out lap. We've got a few drivers out on the mediums already, split in the strategy. Let's see how that plays out. As we're on board with Connor H, there are a few people out on their fast laps. We're going to go with Connor H. We have a few, as I mentioned at the beginning, we do have a few reserves in tonight. We have, run you through, we've got Morgan Stubbs, he's still in the pits. We have Jack Rocknian, one of our Tier 1 drivers. He is sitting in the pits at the moment. We have Alex Edrick as well. Good from him the other night. Reserve, Boothie. Alex is currently saying he's on an out lap, so unless Tomo has backed off. Wow. And then now we have Boothie as well, sat in the pit as man puts a 1:22.0 on the board, first lap on the board. It was, yes, and Gene Genie jumps into second place. Again, one of our Tier 1 drivers stepping in. Woomax as well. So, variety, Tier 2 drivers stepping in and a couple of Tier 1. Well, we have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Let's see where that could be. Maybe someone's outbreak themselves into Turn 1. Very easy to do here. We're right on board with him now. There he is in the Aston Martin. Showing he has shown great racecraft Something he was starting to get known for, I believe, last season, wasn't he, with his defensive driving, and we saw that in Hungary. He's definitely not, you're right. And he's shown tremendous character. Oh, and we have a spin of the Alpine just behind Carl Edens there in the dirty air, and unfortunately he spun. Oh dear. Hope not. We've got Carl going into the Ascari. Yeah, just following Carl Edens. Very nice through Ascari, nice and neat, showing tremendous character to be able to race tonight. Got a few, as we all have, our life outside of racing, as much as we love racing to be our lives. But yeah, showing tremendous character to come and race tonight, as he puts it in 5th on the medium tyres, 1:22.3. Good lap from him. Good opening lap. Yeah, definitely. Let me see, who else do we have now? Let's see. A few drivers now posting lap times. Got a few drivers still in the pits, but we're on board with that convertible. He's on his fast lap going with the mediums. What was that say? We aren't told, unfortunately. We do rely on the drivers popping up in our Discord, which I will share the link for you shortly. MRC, one of the fastest growing leagues at the moment, but we are always looking for new drivers throughout all tiers. Drivers do get promoted as Dak Convertible goes wide through Ascari. We'll lose him a lot of time through there, but we are always looking for drivers, always to step up, either as reserves or full-time seats, which are currently available. There's chances to be promoted through the tiers, so I will share the link. We have, and drivers really showing their worth. Very much so. As we're still on board, the Dak Convertible put it in 8th on the medium tyres, so a good lap time. As Bitt has done a second lap on his medium, so has Alex Edric there, and Bitt gone even quicker with a 1:21.5. Alex Edric a 1:21.3. Thomas Horn at 1:21.2. Very close between these guys there. But Jacob Jones has got about 2/10 of a second up on Connor H at the moment after their first runs. Let's see who we've got on track. We've got a few drivers on the outlap there. Morgan in as reserve for the Alpha Tauri tonight. Now they're starting on going for the medium tyre run. Oh no. Oh, we've got a driver in the wall. Has had a lot of damage. I think he's just coming down the back straight ahead of Stube. He's backed out of his lap now, so just see who. Not sure who that will be. I mean, someone pushing is Fanning. Going to start his lap now in the Ferrari. As he crosses the line, we'll ride on board with him. Very consistent driver as well, so see how he gets on. Unfortunately, we are getting a message through that there's only can hear myself in the comms. I'll have to maybe check your settings there and see if there's something going on with that. We've had this issue the last couple of races, unfortunately, and I don't know why it's doing that. So if anyone who is watching can help, that'll be fantastic. Ryan still on board with Fanning going through Ascari. Manages to clip the inside curve, keeps it very nice and neat. He powers down the back straight. See how he gets on. Coming through Parabolica. Uses a bit of that green curb. That can actually help a little bit. He takes the shortest run to the line, middle of the track. Goes with a 21.691. Puts him into 8th in his first run. With 7 minutes of the session left. Some of the drivers will be starting to think about a second run. It's also doing for sharing and broadcast, I think it's in to do there. So on board with Fanning at the moment, but we're going to skip and we're going to ride on board with the McLaren. Redcar Rambo starting his fast lap. That it. Unfortunately, a little bit to share of his bad luck this season so far, but a very competent racer, very keen. No problem. As Harry's just trying to sort out a few glitches. Fingers crossed we get him joining us soon. As Ryan gets a little bit squirrely, coming into the Lesmo second sector. Use the curb nice on the exit of Lesmo 1. How to get through Lesmo 2. Stays well out away from the outside curb. Gets DRS wide open. It comes into a sky. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Maybe somebody again going wide. Stays way away from the curbs. It manages to take... Wow. Got away with that. That curb can be treacherous. But... has managed to keep the car stable coming into the last corner. Keeps it nice and neat. Gets the power down. Shortest run to the line. Gets a little bit bumpy there. He goes through the 21.5 into 7th place. Good lap. Really good lap from the McLaren driver. There's a few drivers who haven't set a lap time yet. Womax, Boothie and Tomo. 222 is now on his outlap running, as we see on the not sure with that, so if anybody who is watching can assist in any way, shape or form, Harry has got all of the settings enabled, so we're not sure exactly why. As there, Tomo crossed the line with a 1:21.5. Unfortunately, invalidated his lap time. That would have put him right up there in the top 10, 7th or 8th position. But on the medium tyres, he can go again. So we've got Womax now on his outlap. Thomas Hornet has gone quickest with a 1:20.3, 5/10 quicker than Jacob Jones. We're slowing down, letting the drivers go through. We're going to ride on board, see who we've got on outlap. Connaught now starting. The lap's gone 21.0, improved by 0.3 of a second. So let's see who's going to be leaving the pits next. We've got Nico Lack in 3rd, Connor in 4th, Rico Ramo 5th. Good lap from Brogan Morris, pops himself up there in 6th position. Very, very good lap. He's been looking strong here. We did a practice session a few days ago and he was looking strong and looking comfortable. Let's hope that's a very good lap time from him. Hope he can take it through to the race as well. There's a lot of drivers in the pits, obviously preparing for the last runs. It's might be get a little bit. Let's Brogan go straight on. Might be a little bit of a mad rush towards the end. Fanning goes a 10th quicker on his next lap. Stays in 9th place. I have had a message through. Are you on PS4, Harry? Or 5? It may be in party settings. Not sure which bit exactly, but I've just had a message through to say it might be in your party settings. I think it's to do with sharing it in broadcasts or in parties. So Fine's on is in that at the moment. We've got Carl Edens on his outlap. Just waiting to see. Fanning has had a spin. He's retired from the session. So has Tomo 222. Hopefully they were not related. Hopefully one spin didn't take out another. But that ends their qualifying session. Fanning currently in 9th, Tomo in 14th. So we've got a few drivers still in the pits. Wonder if they're going to take another lap time. They will have to get out there pretty sharpish in order to get round. Got 1 minute 54. They will be looking at leaving the pits shortly by the time it takes to get out the pits and get round, start the lap, warm the tyres up. Alex is still moving pretty sharpish around here, getting the heat in his tyres. Carl Edens has now started his lap. We're right on board with him. Let's see how we go. Dumas Hornet leaving the pits. Our current pole sitter. Unfortunately, Carl Edens outbrakes himself into turn 1. He will have time to go around. And hopefully he's got enough fuel. We'll have time to go around again and get another lap in. We're going.
How are we looking? Is it working?
That's a good question. Hopefully, if we've got some people watching now, they'll give us some feedback. And hopefully, we can now welcome Harry. Fingers crossed. As we have the top 7 drivers now all out on their out laps. It might get a little bit congested. But with the amount of reserves we do have in tonight, it could be a very good opportunity for some of the drivers who we haven't unfortunately seen hit the errant tyre there on the track. Some of the drivers we haven't seen in the top 10 score points yet. Great opportunity for them to get up there, such as Rekka Rambo and Brogan. They've unfortunately had their share of bad luck so far this season, but hopefully, fingers crossed for them, they can have a very strong race here. Hopefully it'll stay dry, because we're going to stick on board at the moment.
Sector 1. Hopefully people can hear me saying that.
I hope so. If there's anybody would like to comment and mention if we can hear Harry, that would be fantastic. Keeps it nice and neat through there. We're going to run away. We're going to go on board with Dumas Hornet. He is halfway through his lap. He's bailed out on his lap so far, unfortunately. So Dumas Hornet there. Provisional pole. He won't get a chance to go around again.
My voice is being heard.
Fantastic. Now I can welcome Harry. Welcome.
Thanks, Mark. We're only 20 minutes late.
Better late than never. As 40, Jacob Jones was just riding on board there. Has outbraked himself into turn 1. That cements his second place. At the moment, we will go on board with Nico Lack, currently in third. 0.08 thousandths of a second down in sector 1. Needs to find a little bit of...
120.3. That is very good.
Looking very solid for the pole position. But as we know, it's not all won. In qualifying, no points for that. Very neat from Nico Lack there through Ascari. Took plenty of curb on the first part and stayed away from the treacherous ones. In the second and third sectors, Rekka Rambo finishes... Ollie T moves up to 5th place with a 121.0.
He'll be very pleased with that.
He will, as we're just going to follow Nico Lack, see how we can get on. He's bailed. He is bailed. So that is him in 3rd place. Who else we got on a lap? Brogan Morris finishing. He's gone 6th. Brogan Morris, good lap time, 121.1 as Alex Edric goes 120.3. One of our reserve drivers pops it.
Just about to cross the line. Oh, he's given up on that one.
In 9th, yeah, he has.
He's stopped on circuit.
He has. He's just crossed the line now. So there we are.
Still 9th.
There we are.
There we go.
Qualifying is over, and we have our pole sitter, Alex Edric, our reserve driver, in pole position with Dumas Hornet 300th of a second further back. Oh, Womax puts in a lap. Another one of our reserve Tier 1 reserve... Sorry, is he Tier 1? Tier 2 reserve drivers? Pops it in.
Tier 2.
Tier 2. Great lap. 120.1. Dumas Hornet now moved down to third. I'll restart that. Womax in pole position with Alex in second. Wow. Dumas Hornet in third. Jacob Jones, our current championship leader, in fourth. Nico Lack in fifth. Connor in sixth. Ollie T seventh. Brogan and Red Car Rambo and Dak Convertible filling out the top 10. Very close at the top. It tends between the top three, separated by 0.2 of a second there. Unfortunately, we did see a few drivers on their second runs making a few errors, pushing that a little bit too hard. However, all begins with the race.
Has managed to stay 15th with that time on the mediums. I believe it was the mediums.
Let's have a look. He did, but obviously outside the top 10, get choice of tyre.
He does.
So this could be interesting to see where the strategies will go. Good. We did see a mix in some of the other tiers on Monday night, a mix in strategies. So we'll see how that will play out very, very shortly.
I started 11th on Monday's race in Tier 2, so I opted for the mediums, but they just felt so slippy and understeery. It might have been my setup, but as soon as I was on the softs, the pace was quite substantial in terms of catching the rest of the field.
Yeah, I'd definitely say the same as you on that. I did not have a very fun time on Monday. Definitely a race to forget. But as we move, we do have a break next week, ladies and gentlemen. Just so people are aware, we will be taking our own mid-season break for the bank holiday weekend. There will be a race on Monday, hosted by yours truly, and drivers get to, kind of like the MRCX, if you were a part of us last season, the MRCX Championship that I was lucky enough to commentate on. Drivers get to show off their own liveries and car designs. So we have a full, nearly a full grid already for that, so that would be very interesting. No tears involved. A race for fun to take up the queue of the bank holiday hangovers for many of them.
Yeah, I mean, I would opt to race Monday, but I don't think that'd be a good idea. I've had 2 DNFs this season already. I don't think I need a third added to my name. After nursing a two-day bank holiday hangover. We got a dry race. I think people will be quite pleased about that.
Yeah, they've. Unfortunately, Brogan Morris has left. I think that may be a connection issue. Hopefully, after qualifying, great qualifying for him in 8th, hopefully he'll be back. But we'll take you through the order. There doesn't seem to be any grid penalties.
Almost lost it on turn 1.
Cold tyres. So we have Womax in pole position, Alex Edrick in second, Dumas Hornet in third, Jacob Jones in fourth, Nico Lack in fifth. Seem to having a little bit of a connection issue as well. Connor in sixth, Ollie T seventh, Brogan, hopefully he will rejoin as well, in 8th. Great quali from him. Red Car Rambo, another great qualifier, in 9th place. Dak Convertible in 10th. So they will be staying on the tyres that they qualified on.
And then we've
so in 11th we've got Fanning, he's starting on the soft tyres. Then down from that we have Carl Eanes in 12th, Winky in 13th, Mann in 14th, Tomo 222 in 15th, Stu in 16th, and some of our Tier 1 reserves, Gene Genie, Rob Atwood and Jack Rocknian 17th and 18th. They're all starting on the medium tyres. Luke Shard in 19th and Boothie in 20th. Unfortunately, don't think they got lap times in qualifying, so they'll be looking to make a really strong start and make their way through the field.
Should be quite an interesting one into turn 1. It was a very clean start to the Tier 2 race, as we see Connor getting disqualified from the session, Ollie T disqualified. There must have been a bit of a bump.
Yeah, a little bit. Just
waiting.
All the drivers now starting to line up. It seems to be a very quick.
Oh, someone's gone round. Someone has gone round there.
Oh, the house at the back. Not sure who that. Let's try and scroll down and see who that might be. There it was. It was Winky.
Winky's gone round at the back.
He went round, but he'll still be able to take his place. Could you do me a favour, Harry? And could you invite Nico Lack back in? Supplipus. I can never pronounce it. Apologies, Nico. When you watch this back, could you please invite him back in, if possible?
Yeah, where do I go?
If you pause and then go to invite. As we watch for the lights. The lights are green. The slight glitch that we usually get. And then where the drivers will be away. There we go. Where they are. Oh, there seems to be a few poor starters at the back there. A little bit mayhem in the midfield, but the top four get away cleanly. Woo, Maximus Hornet. Great start from him. We'll put into second round the outside. A little bit deep. A little bit of afters there. Hopefully there's no damage. Womax gets through. Alex gets through from Dumas Hornet in third. Jacob Jones in fourth. There's three abreast of Kerber Grande with Fanning, Canning, Connor and Dak Convertible. Three abreast. There's a virtual safety car already.
I can't invite Nico Lack in as I don't have him as a friend, Mark. So you might have to jump on him.
Try that now. I'm not sure if this will come onto here, but I will do my best to get back in as we've had the virtual safety car. A little bit mental start there. There we are, back now. Apologies for that.
5-second penalty. He's collided with Tom, or there'll be a bit
yeah.
of
few penalties.
Going on in their party.
Few penalties already. Brogan Morris is out, unfortunately for him. Great qualifying session, unfortunately hasn't continued that way. Ollie T has a drive through for VSC.
Very upset with that.
Well, let's have a look at some of the penalties. Ollie T with the drive through. A few drivers there with 5 seconds. Maybe a few collisions under the virtual safety car. It has gone green again.
Lights out.
So we'll go back. We've got Dumas Hornet 2/10 right behind Alex Edrick getting the draft. Yeah, the draft. I've been watching too much IndyCar. In the slipstream. In the slipstream, I should say. Alex Edrick pulls out in turn one. Oh, breaks himself, unfortunately. That was very ambitious.
Red car having a look at Carl Edens. Carl Edens goes deep. That opens up for Red car. Rambo's right behind him. Can we get a good exit? Should be
going around the outside. We're on board now. Red car Rambo, Ryan Barber going around the outside of Kerber Grande. Fantastic move.
He's got to defend here. Make sure he doesn't go too deep.
Very nice and neatly well done. He is on the soft tyres, so they will be coming up to heat a lot sooner than Carl Edens on the medium tyres are leading.
Tomo is again behind it. Carl Edens.
Dumas Hornet, after his off in turn one, is now down to 8th place, but all over the back of Winky.
Tomo is making a move on Carl Edens. Down into Ascari. Can he make it? That's a great move.
We didn't see that. Unfortunately, Winky's lost it. Winky out of Ascari. Doesn't seem to have any damage. Managed to save it, which is well done. Great car control from him, but just those medium tyres take a little bit longer.
Into Parabolica. Carl's trying to stick a nose in. Can he do it? No.
We just rode on board with that at the end there. Was
almost made it stick. We'll be pleased with that. Into 9th place as Winky dives into the pits. Looks like he's missing part of his wing.
Yeah, we're going to ride on board with Jacob Jones in 3rd place, right up the back there of Womax, going at the inside of Kerber Grande as he got the run, both on soft tyres. Slips back into the slipstream. Will he go for it into? Next again, he won't. He will sit there. Womax has also spun. Womax has spun. That's put Jacob Jones off, and Fanning takes advantage. Jumps 2 places there into 2nd place from Fanning. Great opportunistic move. Just sat back, watched it all unfold.
Next to yellow flag. But still not giving that place up. He's still trying to get it back. He's about 7 temps down on Tom, but if he can just get his DRS. DRS is open.
John's a little bit wide through Ascari. We're watching him right on the back of Fanning, only 2 tenths down. He's going to be in the slipstream. We're going to ride on board with him now. Going down the inside. It's going to be a very brave move. give each other room. Very good move. A little bit squirrely there, trying to get the power down. It's still side by side. DRS opens and Jacob Jones gets back into the slipstream, pulls out now, make the move into turn 1. Fine has a very, very good straight line speed there in that Ferrari.
Even with DRS shut, he's got that great pace.
Very low downforce, gets a bit slippy on the exit there. Jacob Jones nearly goes in the back of him and Connor into the back. Little Constantino effect, but nothing to be done there. So we are line astern, as this is just allowing. That was a full safety car.
A safety car.
It seems to be man in the McLaren is out of the race in 19th. Unfortunate for him. So a full-blown safety car. Alex was pulling away.
Would you box onto a new set of softs, or if you're on the mediums, would you box for soft as it's a free pit stop, or do you just keep going?
I think at the moment, personally, I would say the gaps aren't very big at the stands. If you were maybe around 4th, 5th, if you look back, there is a gap there too behind Jack Rockley in 11th that you could slot into on a fresh set of tyres, but 3 laps old, safe to say I would probably stay on these for a few laps longer. The medium tyres, I'm sure the medium tyre runners will stay a bit longer. He has, I noticed there, Winky, who pitted, who unfortunately had that little bit of a slide out of Ascari. He's gone back onto the soft tyres.
They are so slippy, the medium tyres.
As we've seen, Alex Edrick has pitted. He's our leader has pitted under the safety car. He decided, so has that convertible. So we're going to stick on board with Alex out of curiosity to see what he goes on to. It's a set of the medium tyres, so he looks to go long into this race. With that, maybe slip on some softs towards the end with lighter fuel. But that now gives Fanning the lead behind the safety car, with Jacob Jones in second in the Mercedes, our championship leader, looking very, very strong this season. Once he jumped out of the commentary box in the MRCX last season and decided to join straight away. It was looking strong, very good, strong pace through the end of last season. Has carried it into this.
Very clean racer as well. From watching
he is. He is coming up against him. He is a very clean racer. We've got Connor there in the Red Bull in third. Dumas Hornet in fourth, has recovered after that unfortunate event into turn 1. Getting a little bit close on the safety car. Hopefully there'll be no contact and 5-second penalties. Red Car Rambo in
14th, up into 6th. I'll be very pleased with that. Bit up into 7th, starting from 12th, so they'll be both pleased, but they are yet to pit.
They are. We've got Red Car there in 5th. Good racing from him so far. Let's go down the order. Stube in 8th. We have Jack Rocking in 9th on the medium tyres. Alex, just as our leader, just taking his pit stop, has come out in 10th place. Nico Lack in 11th. Jack Convertible in 12th. He's pitted as well. He's gone onto the soft tyres. So changing strategy, split strategy compared to him and our former race leader Alex. Womack did have that moment coming in at the second chicane. He is down in 13th. Ollie T in 14th. Luke Shard 15th. Winky in 16th. Boothie in 17th. And Rob Atwood in 18th. We have another lap under the safety car.
We've got Red Car Rambo, Tomo, Carl Edens, Stu, Ollie T and Boothie, all with 5-second penalties. But other than that, there's no penalties for corner cutting and track limits. So far, really tidy racing.
It is so far. I think this game does seem to be a little bit more forgiving, I think, with the strict corner cutting that the MRC Championship runs. They're a little bit more forgiving than last season's, where anything close to the white line, that was it. It would be quite happy to give you a penalty. I think those 5-second penalties have come under the virtual safety car, and they may get looked at by the stewards after the race. They will be served in-game in the pit stops, but the stewards can look at them if they weren't warranted after the race. We do encourage every driver to record their race footage for the stewards afterwards for any incidents such as these or any collisions. Hopefully, obviously, Formula 1 is a non-contact sport, but accidents do happen, unfortunately. I'd say we do encourage people for that.
We've got Fanning and Jacob Jones. It's going to be the battle of who's going to pit first. Is someone going to go for the overcut or the undercut? They're both on 5-lap-old soft tyres. Both got similar pace. Predicted pit strategy. What, lap 11, lap 10, 11? After about lap 11, you start to know the softs go. On when I was racing, it's probably the same for you on Monday. The front lefts really suffer here. Your front right will be at sort of 10%, and then you look at your front left, and it's almost double the wear.
It does, yeah. I did see that. Going through the faster corners do seem to take the wear on the outside tyre. The lights are off on the safety car. Fanning. We're going to start watching this one now. Unfortunately, Jacob Jones has had a bit of a collision with Connor, so Connor's gone just at the back of him as we've got the green light. Fanning leads away with Jacob Jones right behind him. Really didn't catch him snapping there at all. Jacob Jones pulls out the slipstream.
Wide into turn 1. We got
Jacob Jones on the inside. Jacob Jones hits the front. Great manoeuvre. Good restart there from Jacob Jones. Fanning did not catch him at all. So let's see what Jacob Jones can do. There's a lot of place changes.
We've got 2 in the wall. There's 3 round.
Big accident.
Into the wall. Big accident there. We've got 1, 2.
Trying to scroll down and see what's happening there. Womax has got
and Womax.
That's so unfortunate for them. Red Car Rambo seemed to be a victim of something going on there. He was up in 5th and is now down to 12th. Hopefully he has no damage. We've got Tomo has gone backwards as well. He's had a spin in the first Lesmo. Hopefully there's no damage to him. That's allowed quite a number of drivers. We've got as well Luke Shard. Seems to be losing a bit of time. With Nico Lack as well down in 17th. It's all going off here in Monza in the Tier 3 race as Jacob Jones, we saw take the lead at the restart, has now pulled out a 1.3, 1.2 second lead from Fanning. As Dumas Hornet makes a move round Parabolica on Connor, gets that move done nice and clean. All these guys are on the soft tyre and still to pit. One of the big gains out of there, we've got Stube in 5th, Carl Edens in 6th, and then Jack Rocky in 7th place. They're the big winners.
Alex dives into the pits. I think he's got damage from that crash into turn 1.
So has Tomo as well.
All got damage.
And Ollie T.
Both on mediums. A set of softs going on Alex's car. And another set of medium on Tom's car. Interesting. So it's probably going to go long and then try and get one last set of softs in towards the end.
Could potentially go to the end if he nurses them. But we're riding on board at the moment with Carl Edens, Jack Rockney right up the back of him with the Williams. As we saw, Carl Edens go a little bit wide there. No DRS just yet. We've got another lap of that. A yellow flag in Sector 1. That may be one of the drivers just coming out the pits, unfortunately.
Jack Rockney's having a little look at Carl Edens down into Ascari. He can get a good drag out here, get some good slipstreams. He goes slightly wide there on the exit. We're
going to ride up, going back with Dumas Hornet. He's going around the outside of Fanning, on the inside of Fanning into Parabolica. Side by side, gets that move done at the moment. Fanning will probably jump back into his slipstream. DRS is now enabled at the end of the lap as Connor has pitted. Dumas Hornet moves into second place. Get out of that pit exit. There he does.
Dumas Hornet makes that move last. Looks like Fanning's got quite a good exit out of turn 1.
He does. He's going to be trying to get in the slipstream round Curve Gondet. But Dumas Hornet, very good exit as well. Might use a little bit of the Zers to get through there. We've got a couple of close battles here on track.
Now we went off. Back down into 13th. Luke Chard's made a good jump into 12th place, keeping it nice and tidy on his 8-lap-old soft tyres. Rumax just ahead of him.
One driver we're going to start keeping an eye on is Connor in 14th. He was running in 4th place. He's pitted for the hard tyres. He's making that, going to commit almost to a one-stop strategy. See how he gets on. Genie has taken Luke Shard for 12th. As we've got, Jack Rockney has now got past Carl Edens into Ascari. little bit of DRS down that straight. Now Jack will set his sights on the Alpha Tauri.
Should he have DRS going down here? Can he make it under a second? I don't think
Not just yet, not this lap. The drivers will start to think about pitting in the next lap or two on the soft tyres. Mediums can go a lot longer. There we go, Jack Rockley pulls out the slipstream with DRS, makes it past Morgan into turn 1. Nice and clean, plenty of racing room. Both veteran drivers. As Morgan gets a little bit sideways out there, that could give opportunity to Carl Edens right on the back. That might be Winky.
Goes into the top 10.
Rebecca Rambo got caught up in that safety car restart, little bit of a mess unfortunately. He's now back up into 9th place, only 1.5 seconds behind Boothie. This is a good run from Boothie, who's fortunately starting last, who didn't get...
Start.
He's taken advantage of a lot of the melee in front of him, get himself up into 8th place. He has shown pace before, as Boothie. He was quite strong last time out in Netherlands. So let's hope he can get himself up there. We've got Dak Convertible now on the back of Carl Edens. Fanning has retired. You can see him there outside of Ascari. He is out. That's a full safety car. Full on safety car. Oh, Carl.
Big crash. Going out of Ascari. Both Fanning, both bit. That is big. As I look at...
I'm going to cut down to Gene Genie. As you can see, 2 of the drivers there. There's the Ferrari. I'm going to go on board with another drive and see if we can see where Carl Edens' car is. We don't, unfortunately. So unfortunate for those 2 drivers, both having fantastic races between them. So we've got our leaders are now pitting under the safety car. They are. Jacob Jones had to suffer his 5-second penalty. Jacob Jones suffered that penalty. So I know he will be looking at that in the stewards afterwards. That allows Thomas Horner to come out and get track position ahead.
Boothie's gone long. He's gone on the hard tyres.
Boothie's gone for it as well, yes. And so has Luke Shard.
Luke Shard both as well.
Maybe they think the mediums will drop off towards the end and they'll have longevity in their tyres. Hopefully that will pay dividends for them. And the tyre delta, the difference, won't be too major.
Thomas Hornet, Jacob Jones, Dak Convertible all on fresh mediums. And we've got the top 3 on yet to pit. Well, Womax has pitted as he had a crash early on. He's only on 6 lap old mediums. So he's probably going to try and get a set of softs in at the end. So he can make up some time.
So, as we take a little bit of a breather in the safety car, let me run you through the order. We've got a few of the medium tyre runners, Jack Rockney and Morgan Stubbs there, so our reserve drivers on the medium tyres, 10 laps old. They're 1 and 2. Womax has recovered from a spin. He is now in 3rd. Thomas Hornet, Jacob Jones and Dak Convertible 4, 5 and 6 have pitted under the safety car. We've got Connor H. He pitted a little bit earlier. He was up there with the front runners. He was in 4th when he went to the pits. He's now in 7th, going on the hard tyres. Boothie, great recovery so far from him. He's also gone on the hard tyres. He is in 8th. Alex Edrick in 9th. Red Car Rambo, he has gone on the medium tyres. He did have a 5-second penalty served in the pits, which is why he has lost that place to Alex. Winky in 11th. He had that connection issue at the start. I do believe a 10-second penalty, so that will have probably been served in the pits, but this is a good, hopefully a recovery drive from him after a strong qualifying. Tomo 222 in the Alpine in 12th. Gene Genie, another one of our Tier 1 reserve drivers, in 13th. Luke Shard on the hard tyres in 14th. Ollie T in 15th and Nico Lack in 16th. Both those 15th and 16th, Ollie T and Nico, had unfortunate spins early on, which is why they're down where they are. 4 retirees so far: Fanning, Carl Edens, Mann and Brogan. Unfortunately, Brogan on lap 1 with Mann as well. So that was unfortunate for the drivers out so far. Let's see if safety car may come in this lap.
Alex is on 3-lap-old softs. Only person out on softs now. He could box and then try and squeeze in a set of mediums towards the end, or he might have time for another soft, depending on his starting.
Yeah, these medium.
I reckon we could be in for another safety car. We shall see.
Well, lights have gone off on the safety car. That means we are going to be racing at the end of this lap. That means the safety car will taken over by Jack Rockneyan. It's getting a little bit tongue-tied. He's bunching them all up, getting the heat into those medium tyres. They do take a little bit longer to warm up. The guys, so Alex Edric on the soft tyres, he will have instant pace. It's going to be the guys on the mediums and the hard tyres we're going to have to watch out for.
Alex could have some pace though on those softs.
We're going to watch, and I think he's going. That's it. Jack's gone. With Morgan right behind him in the tow. Could we see a repeat of the other safety car restart? Gets up in the tow.
Alex is having a little look behind Boothie going into turn 1. Is he going to do it? He's taken 2 places out of that.
And Jacob Jones gets Dumbest Hornet into turn 1. That's 2 safety car restarts, and Jacob Jones has picked up a place on both restarts. Great reactions from him, and very good straight line speed in that Mercedes.
Alex has taken 2 places on turn 1. That pace is already being shown. He's put 4 off Connor. So we're going to get into him.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on the hard tyre runners. As we said, they're going to be going as Redcar, Rambo and Boothie having a scrap for 10th and 11th at the moment.
Yellow sector 2.
They might have just gone wide a little bit there. But Redcar, Rambo in 10th place. We've got a few drivers with penalties. We've got 8 seconds from Stube and 5 seconds from Winky, so there may have been a few little hits under the safety car. As we saw the Alpine of Tomo going a little bit wide.
Winky going very wide there out of Scari. Ollie's going to have a look. Can we get this?
Did see that in the background, but we've got Stu with 8 seconds as Jacob Jones is coming under pressure. We're going to skip to that with Dumbest Hornet. Dumbest Hornet behind him.
13th.
Jacob Jones manages to defend from Dumbest Hornet. This is probably for the net lead of the race. We've got Woomax on 9-lap old mediums as a yellow in sector 1. As Tomo 222 may have gone straight on in turn 1. But we've got, don't forget, we have Jack Rockin and Morgan Stubb here still to pit. They will be going long as they possibly can. As we see, Jacob Jones is going on the inside into Lesmo 1 on the inside.
Good drive out there.
But that's given Dumbest Hornet opportunity as well.
Straight in. Wow.
Another opportunistic move. It was very opportunistic move from Dumbest Hornet there. Woomax just pushed a little wide, couldn't get the power down and carry the speed, whereas Dumbest Hornet was able to take the normal racing line and get that move done. But great racing from all 3 drivers. Fair amount of space given. Dumbest Hornet now is still right in the slipstream of Jacob Jones, right under that rear wing. As we also see, Stu was only 4/10 off the back. Gene going, that may be out of Ascari. We're going to keep on board with these top guys at the moment. We've got Dumbest Hornet only at 2/10 further back, and Jacob Jones right under his rear wing. As we go down the main straight, we know that Mercedes is set up to be very quick in the straight line. He goes defensive.
It's on the outside.
Dumbest Hornet seems to think better of it this time round.
And he got a good track. Oh, bit of opposite long as he comes out there.
But no, the Stube must have got a little bit as he goes on the outside of curve. Grande against Stube.
Wow. Great move. Got to defend. Stube's got to defend.
Yeah, he could be under pressure now from Dumbest Hornet. Did get a little bit squirrely, did Stube, out of turn 1 and 2.
Really struggling on those tyres. 14 laps old, Stu. What do you think about getting in the pits?
Yeah, that's about the end of their lap, their life now. But this is going to be close now. The DRS open for Dumbest Hornet. As we go down into a scar, he goes to the outside. Stube's gone defensive early, showing his hand, and he gets it done under with the DRS. Does he keep it? Sorry, wrong way. And yeah, keeps it.
Nico Lack, he's got DRS on Boothie going up into Ascari. Looking inside. No, he doesn't go for it. A wise move.
Yeah, thinks better of it. One thing we're trying to push for the MRC drivers now is just to think a little bit more about where to make their moves.
Ollie T's up into 8th. Where's he done that from? He was 15th at the start of it.
It was a great restart from him. Yeah, great restart. We've got a few drivers now really, really close together. We're going to nip down the order. That convertible there had a little look at Womack's, thought better of it. A little bit too far back this time round. See if he gets a good drive.
Down into turn 1. Oh, and Ollie's gone out the back of him.
Oh, hopefully there's no damage. We just clip. Yeah, it seems to be a clean hit, but that gives Redcar Rambo a little bit of a run. He's right up behind him now. Will he get into the slipstream on Curva Grande? He is. He's in it. Getting very close. Is he going to make a move? A little bit of movement from Connor. Sorry, from Ollie T. I thought thinks better of it through there. Wise decision. Doesn't want to send it and get turned in on. As we've had, Connor gets a really poor run out of, and now Ollie T is making a move on the inside of Lesmo 1. This could give Redcar Rambo a little bit of a look. He has a quick look. Thinks better of it. He's going to have DRS. He heard the beep. It's a good racing here.
DRS, sector 3.
Womack's, and who's that gone round? That's Stubb. Morgan Stubbs has gone round outside of the Scari.
Damage front right. Definitely getting the pits now.
He does, yeah. That's definitely his medium run over as Jack Rockinian has also pitted. We've got Jacob Jones now retakes the lead. Dumas Horn is 7/10 further back as well. Now Alex in third, 2.3 further back on the soft tyres, a little bit older than the guys on the mediums ahead.
Oh, there's been a huge crash. Oh my goodness.
I missed that, unfortunately. Did it? Oh, no. Oh, yes, you can see the damage on his front wing. So that'll be with Redcar Rambo and Connor. We did miss that on stream, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. But this is now continuing through Curva Grande's. Redcar Rambo gets pushed and spins. He seemed to get pushed a little bit, hits the front wing. Oh! Keep it going. That's going to have damage to his rear wing as well. Come on, keep it going. Get going. You can. Good lad.
Get the heat back in those tyres.
Keep going. It's not over yet. Still 10 laps to go. 3-second time penalty for Dumas Hornet. Oh, what we've seen there. There's 4 abreast here. We've got Gene Genie, Ollie T, Boothie, and Lucy, Nico Lack. All 4 of them together.
Jones trying to break the chain.
As we've seen, Nico nearly going to the back of Boothie there. Is now up into 7th. Up here, he is on the harder tyres. He is definitely going to the end of this race.
Someone's going to have a look in here. DRS is open.
We're going to nip to it. He goes to the outside early. Thinks better of it. Not quite under the brake. And Jacob Jones very, very late and very good on the brakes. Goes a little bit deep through 2. Oh, Tomo has retired. That's unfortunate for him. And another safety car. Another safety car. That is going to help Redcar Rambo, Ollie T, who had damage. Don't forget from early instance that we did see bits on the stream. As Redcar going to pit, he does. Ryan pits. Let's see if he has to change his front wing. It was very unfortunate. He was having a fantastic race so far. No damage to his front wing. He's got away with that, so that's brilliant. And he now goes on the soft tyres. That's his one stop done. He's going to be very quick towards the end, making moves through the field. We've got Ollie T ahead of him. He did.
There was 3 of them going along the home straight, and I just don't think someone didn't check their mirrors, and I think it forced Ollie into the wall. Luckily, it was just a bit of wing damage.
Yes, it is. But now we'll see the field will bunch up yet again.
Surprised Alex hasn't pitted on those 9-lap old softs. I think you could box the mediums on.
He could still go in now. We'll see if he does take a pit, as Dumas Hornet's gone in as well, and Alex has. So they have both taken the opportunity for a shortened pit stop. Dark Convertible also has pitted behind them. His medium tyres were only 6 laps old, so he may go on to the soft tyres to the end. The 2 ahead too, as Alex done the same. Dark Convertible There's also going on the soft tyres. We've seen Connor go, a lot of the drivers now going on the soft tyres to the end. This could be a mistake from Jacob Jones staying out. However, we have seen him have the pace, especially the straight line speed.
Hard tyres. He's ditched the hards for a set of softs. Well, that's a free pit stop. You might as well take it. There's a bit of a gap as well, so he should come out still in 7th place. He's done quite well there. Free pit stop.
Yeah, with only 8 laps left to go, it makes sense to do that. Some of the drivers are staying.
Off the track immediately.
Hopefully he won't get a penalty. Unfortunately, I'm a victim of that myself. So let's have a look at the penalties so far. We've got Dumas, Horn and Dak Convertible 3 seconds each, as well with Stube, who served a 5-second penalty in the pits. Winky has 5 seconds as well, but he has not pitted again. He is going to stay on his hard tyres. And we've got Luke Shard there in 15th. He's gone on to a new set of mediums. So
should open it up for an exciting 7 laps left of the race. We've got most people on new soft tyres. We've got Winky on hard tyres. We could see him struggle under the race restart.
We could, and it's going to be interesting to see how Jacob Jones manages to fend off the soft tyre runners of Jack Rockley and Alex Dumas Hornet and Convertible and Womax and all the rest behind him. He has shown fantastic pace throughout this race, so let's hope he can keep it going. I say that because he's in seat 1 in Mercedes and so am I. So, you got to do it. No commentators are like, no bias with the commentators or anything like that. We don't show that in this league.
Well, in that case, then Dumas Hornet in an Alfa Romeo. Then
it has to be done. It has to be done. It does.
That's how we're going to do it.
Totally unbiased. But as I know we touched on earlier in the stream, ladies and gentlemen, we are a very, very quick-growing community. Lots of friendly drivers, as we've seen here. We do cross tiers as well. We are looking for more drivers, of course. Please feel free to drop us a like as well on our YouTube channel, subscribe, and join us racing. We have races every week. We're nearly halfway through our season 4 before we start looking at our next season. But we do have a friendly which will be streamed live. Jacob Jones is getting very close to the safety car there. He doesn't want to tap the safety car through the Lesmos. It does go slowly through there.
It's very slow. People don't realise.
Yeah.
Like me when I hit the back of Night Shadow in our Tier 2 race. After just pitting, so I was a bit upset when that happened. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have been on my phone. Hopefully the safety car will come in this lap and then we can go racing. Should be quite interesting, but Jacob Jones has got a bit of a task on his hands here.
Yeah, the lights haven't gone off, so it looks like we're going to have another lap behind the safety car. But we have Luke Shard still to catch up. He's still 29 seconds off the pack, so we may have another lap just waiting for Luke to catch up. Taking it very steady on his out laps. I do believe it'll only be one more.
Forced that safety car in. He was so close around the back of Parabolica there. Something Mercedes drivers are very good to anyway.
We've had a little bit of a position change there. Connor's got up into 4th, ahead of Dumbest Hornet in that convertible. Now we do see the game having a little glitch where it does say it's allowing you to pass, and we do implore drivers, do not listen to the game because it will change, but Connor has made that move. I had it actually with myself the other day as well, so I'm not sure where that's come from, but no penalties were given. It may get looked at after the race.
So we've got Dumas Hornets on a 3-second penalty, Dackenbert on a 3-second penalty. So if things stay pretty close, that gives Womax Genie a bit of a chance. Genie's done well to get back up to 8th. He's got quite a few offs in this race. So he's done well to get back where he is.
let's look at the position changes now as we go for the last. So we've got Jacob Jones up 3 places, Jack Rocklin up 16 places from the start. Few drivers up and down, 2, 3, 4, 6 places from Womack's dropped. Gene Genie up 9th, Boothie up 11 places as it stands. So good drives out there from many of the drivers, and we've still got 6 laps to go. Many different strategies taking effect there. As we go back to the tyre safety car now is in this lap. We're going to go back to Jacob Jones, who's going to take over the lead. It's going to be very interesting to see what he can do on those 9-lap old medium tyres against the guys on fresh softs. He's just keeping it steady. The guys really getting up close behind. It's very easy to make contact.
Definitely going to need that on the start and finish straight.
Well, is he going now? He seems to be going on the entrance to Parabolica. Is he going yet? He's just leading them up. Jack Rocklin right at the back of him. Now he's going. Jack Rocklin right behind him. Yeah, good break there. Trying to break the toe from Jack Rocklin. He does have a little bit of a gap. Jack Rocklin doesn't seem to be close enough this time. Into turn 1. Nice and clean. We've got a few guys further back, side by side. There's about 3 or 4 abreast. Dumas Hornet gets back past Dak Convertibles. We've got Gene Genie in 7th.
Who's gone round? Womack's has gone round.
Womack's is gone.
Gone round turn 1.
We're right on board with Boothie. He's right on the back of Gene Genie in the slipstream. Is he going to make an attempt? He's a bit too far back now. Thinks better of it. So we move back towards the front now. You're going to keep your eye on that one. We're going to follow Jacob Jones on the median tyres. We've got Jack Rocklin and Alex right behind him now. How quickly can he get those medium tyres up to temperature? With the soft tyre runners breathing down his neck. We've got 3-second time penalty for
both penalties
for Jack Rocklin and Alex. Yes,
that helps out Jacob Jones massively. If he can keep it clean for the last 5 laps, then he could be within a shot.
Goes defensive into Parabolic. He'll be slow on the.
Alex there.
I didn't see that. Unfortunately, we just missed that out the back of shot. Jack Rocklin gets a very good exit of Parabolica already in the slipstream. Pulls out to the outside. Jacob Jones going very defensive again. It's his favourite line through there. Oh, right on the brakes again. Goes very deep into the first part. That's allowing. That's allowed Jack Rocklin through.
Dumas Hornet has passed Connor under the same move.
He has. Now we're going to watch Jacob Jones. How was his exit? Now against Alex Edrick. He goes defensive. Alex pulls to the outside. Is he going to be strong on the brakes? He didn't, and he's gone. He's spun round. He's spun round.
Dumas Hornet and Alex both gone round.
Now, it didn't look like they made contact with Jacob Jones, but it did look as though the two of those two guys, Dumas Hornet and Alex, did have a bit of a collision. We don't know, of course. We will have to see that later on from onboard footage, but that will give Jacob Jones a bit of a sigh of relief. Well, we do have Connor on his soft tyres with Dak Convertible right behind and Gene Genie. This is another battle that's going to go to the line. I do believe
Alex just had a bit of a tap on the rear left, as I think Dumas was making a move, but we'll see what the stewards say if it goes to that.
Yeah, we certainly will. We're going to stick on board. There's 2-second gap between Jacob Jones and Jack Rocklin at the top, but we're going to stick on board with Dak Convertible as he's battling in the middle of Gene Genie and Connor. Slipstreams galore going on there. DRS is enabled now this lap. Ollie T, we see making a move on Winky, who's on the harder tyres.
Looks like he's made it stick.
We've seen Alex Edrick must have got both of them. Alex on the comeback has got both of them.
Alex is 10th, Ollie 9th, so it looks like Alex is back on the attack after that spin. I'm sure he'll be quite frustrated after almost chasing second place. As he goes slightly wide onto the grass.
We've got that convertible now is right on the back of Jacob Jones. He may have made a mistake somewhere, Jacob Jones, as now that gives Connor the DRS. Right behind is going to be a little bit of a DRS train. There's a yellow in sector 2. Connor goes on the inside, gets Jacob Jones under DRS.
Red
Convertible gets him. Oh, yeah. Oh, big spin. Who's that? Jacob Jones has gone.
Jacob Jones as well.
Jacob Jones has gone in Ascari. Our race leaders, Alex Edrick, has retired from the race. Unfortunate for him.
Got Thomas Hornet making a move down into Parabolica.
Okay. We're going to go back.
Jacob Jones there. We've got 3 here battling for 9th place as they touch wheels. Wow, quite aggressive there.
We didn't get to see that on the stream. We're on board with Gene Genie in 4th, battling with Nico Lack, and right on the back of Dak Convertible as well. This is for our last podium spot. Jacob Jones goes back up into 10th place. He overtakes Thomas Hornet, and he also takes Winky as well. We know how good Jacob Jones is into turn 1 and in a straight line.
That convertible goes very deep there, so it opens it up for Gene Genie going into Lesmo.
Yeah, not very overtaking pace. We have seen some overtakes. He's gone wide into Lesmo 1, but not really, no opportunity for Gene Genie to send one up the inside. This could give Nico Lack a bit of a run. So we're going to ride on board with Gene Genie, goes to the outside.
And Nico Lack's made the move as well.
He has. That's the power of the DRS. Down that straight. Dak Convertible, no real answer.
Gene Genie makes a very good exit there.
Good,
just fends off Nico Lack. When we have been racing, the racing's been very good.
It has. There's been a lot of overtakes, a lot of clean overtakes, a few little incidents I'm sure that the stewards will look at as Winky goes back now, having a good battle with Jacob Jones. Winky goes very wide through Parabolica. Oh, there's a collision. Collision with Dumas Hornet. Dumas Hornet hits the wall and dives into the pits.
Straight into the pit.
Yeah. And now we're going to go back on board with Winky and Jacob Jones. Neither of them have...
Jacob Jones.
Neither of them using the DRS. We're going to ride on board with this Jacob Jones on the medium tyres. A little bit older now. 14 lap old mediums. This is where the hard tyre runners may come into the run a little bit. While the mediums drop off, the hard still have plenty of life left in them. That delta, the deficit.
There into Lesmo on Boothie. That was a good move. I think they touched, but it seemed fair. As Stu goes into 6th.
Jacob Jones goes a little bit wide in Lesmo 1, but no place for Winky to try and pounce on it. But he will have DRS down this back straight. We'll see if he's got the straight line speed that we know the Mercedes has. How will Winky fare in comparison? Not close enough, but can he keep it?
Oh, and Stu's gone round into the wall.
Oh no, I'm not going away there. Oh, he's lost his front wing, but he's still going. He's still going. He's going to have to pit. We only have one more lap after this, but he may have to pit still.
And we've got Nico Lack making a move on Connor into turn 1.
Sorry, then, gentlemen, he's on the inside. Nico Lack makes the move stick. How was the exit? Connor dives straight back into his slipstream early as we go through. He did, but we've got Kerber is in the slipstream. We've got Connor right behind that, don't forget. So, and that convertible, sorry. So, and now we're on the last lap. Use it all up.
See what's going on at the back. Luke Child's just made the move up to 12.
Yeah, Stubbs in the pit for his new wing. Jacob Jones got a 3-second penalty and Winky as well. So these guys have been battling for a couple of laps now.
Dak Convertible's got a 6-second penalty, so that could help out Boothie massively there. And then Jacob Jones is on 3-second penalty, Winky 8 seconds.
So that kind of nullifies that battle a little bit. If Winky has 8 seconds, if we see Red Car Rambo get another second up on him, that could promote Red Car Rambo up into 9th place as we go on board with Jack Rockley and going to cross the line. Started near the back. Our Tier 1 reserve driver crosses the line in 1st place. Gene Genie, another reserve driver in 2nd. As we see, Connor overtakes it because of Nico Lack's penalties. Connor gets the podium. In 3rd place, Boothie, with due to the contest, in 4th place. What a drive from this gentleman, starting from the back of the grid. Fantastic race. that convertible in 5th, Ollie T 6th, Nico Lack 7th, Jacob Jones 8th, Winky in 9th. Did we see Redcar Rambo? He's battling with Rumax right up to the line for the last point scoring position, and Redcar Rambo gets it as Rumax hits the wall over the line.
He did that on Monday.
Oh, he lost a wheel. Dumas Hornet in 12th. Luke Shard's really close, these two as well. Luke Shard should get 12th place from Dumas Hornet after his penalties. He does. As another one hits the wall. And then Stu crosses the line in 14th place. That was unfortunate for Morgan. He hits the Red Bull.
That was a lot to keep up with.
It was.
Goodness.
There were a lot of safety cars, a lot of yellow flags, as Jack Rockden gets the game's driver of the day, starting near the back. But what a fantastic race.
Very good race, very entertaining. Safety cars really changed it up a bit there. Ollie T made a great recovery, up into 6th place. He should be pleased with that. After a drive-through penalty as well.
Yeah, very well said. So, as we see, our top 3, Jack Rockney and Rob Atwood and Connor, top 3 different teams. That was fantastic racing. Thank you very much for joining me, Harry. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you in the comms box.
Hopefully be here for our next Tier 3 race.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So, thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We are not here, as I say, for our round 5 next week, but we do have a friendly race, so I do hope you can join us if you are not actually taking part, if you're in the MRC. But, as I said, do drop us a like. Do subscribe to our channel and you'll be first to hear of any of our races going live. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you next week where we go to Australia, I just say, for our friendly race. And it'll be very interesting to see which drivers have the best liveries. But until then, take care, enjoy the week and enjoy your bank holiday weekend. Thank you for joining us. Good night.